Good evening, students. In our previous video, we discussed about types of non-finite verbs and their functions in a sentence. Today also, I have got for you more examples of non-finite verbs and their functions in sentences. But before going to that, let me tell you something about finite and non-finite verbs. You are to know what is the difference between finite and non-finite verbs. If you don't have a clear understanding of the finite and non-finite verbs, and if you cannot differentiate between them, you will face a lot of difficulty while doing transformation of sentences. Okay, without wasting any time, let us proceed. Now, a finite verb is a verb that has a finite or limited agreement with the subject. Now, there are three defined parameters on which this limitation is fixed. What are they? The first is tense, that is, the subject is performing action in past tense, present tense, or future tense. The second parameter is person. That means the subject is in first person, or second person, or in third person. And the third parameter is number. That is, the subject is singular number or in plural number. So, depending on these parameters, the finite verb will change as per the tense of the subject, as per the tense of the verb, as per the person of the subject, and as per the number of the subject. So, now understand each of these parameters with the help of the following examples. Now, in this left column, I have written some subjects of different persons of different numbers. Now let us read the sentences. He likes swimming. They like swimming. She liked swimming. We will like swimming. So you can see very well all the gerund here swimming is nothing but gerunds. So 4 gerunds are here. But although the number and person of the subject vary, although the tense of the finite verbs agree or change according to the tense, although the finite verbs agree with the subject, but there is no change in the non-finite verbs. I hope you understand this point. Now let us come to the next sentences. He wishes to go. They wish to go. We wished to go. So now all three are infinitives. They remain constant. They doesn't change. But here you can see the subject is in different numbers and in different persons, and according to the subject, according to subject verb agreement, the finite verb also changes. He wishes, they wish, we wished. If it is a past tense, then it will be we wished. But here there is no change. Again, let us proceed. I see a roaring tiger. We saw a roaring tiger. Ram sees a roaring tiger. I shall see a roaring tiger. So these are the participles. These are the participles, ing word, verb plus ing word. So you can very well understand and clearly see that there is no change in the participles. Although the subjects change according to number and person. Although there are different subjects here, and the verbs are also changing according to tense, according to the number and person of the subject. Such as I see, we saw if it is a past tense, I shall see if it is a future tense, Ram sees if it is a third person singular number and the tense is present tense, s is added to it, but here there is no change. So you can very well understand that a finite verb, according to subject verb agreement rules, the finite verb changes as per the three parameters of tense, person and number of the subject. But the non-finite verb, in case of non-finite verb, there is no change, it remains constant, it remains unchanged. Now, as you have understood all these to differentiate between finite and non-finite verbs, let us come to the types of non-finite verbs again, and let us discuss. Let us proceed with these examples. Now, in our last video, in my last video, I told you that there are three types of non-finite verbs. Gerund, that is a verb plus ing word which acts as a noun. Infinitive, which is created by to and the verb's base form, and it acts as a noun and an adjective and also an adverb. But in my last video I told you that an infinitive, the role of infinitive only as a noun, but here we will talk, here I will discuss the role of infinitive apart from noun, the role of infinitive as adjective and also as adverb. So just carefully watch the video. First of all, I am coming to gerund. Now, reading is a good habit. You know, reading here is the subject of the verb, be verb. So as you can see, the subject of a verb, you know very well that the subject of a verb is nothing but only a noun. Only a noun can be the subject of a verb. So here an ing word, verb plus ing word, has been used as a subject of the verb. So it is clearly a gerund, as it is performing the role of a subject. Second, he loves reading. Here reading. Reading is an object of the verb loves. What does he love? What does he love? He loves reading. So reading is an object here, and we know that object can only be noun in a sentence. None but a noun can be the object of a sentence, object of the verb. So this is clearly an object and this is a noun, and gerund here is functioning in the role of an object here. Next, I am fond of reading. Now what is of here? You all know that of is a preposition. So if I ask the question, I am fond of what? I am fond of what? You will tell, I am fond of reading. So what is reading here? Reading is a gerund because it is used as a noun. It is used as an object of the preposition of. Only noun can be the object of the preposition of. Object of any preposition can be noun only, noun and noun. So it is a gerund. This is also a gerund. Fourth one. Let us come to the fourth one. My favorite hobby is reading. Now, reading is an ing word. This is also used as a noun. This is also a case of gerund. Why? Can you tell me? Okay, you just think it. My favorite hobby is the subject here. Of course. And here, reading, my favorite hobby, if favorite hobby is the subject, and be verb is here. So reading, what function does the reading do? Does the word reading do here? Here reading acts as a complement of the be verb. If I say, suppose my favorite hobby is, if then I stop, then it will be of no meaning to you. My favorite hobby is, then it will be of no meaning to you. So I must add an word after it in order to complete the meaning of the sentence. So this is a complement of the be verb, and only a gerund can be the complement of the be verb, or this is also called subject complement. Next line. His reading is very loud. His reading is very loud. Now his, his is a possessive adjective. Possessive adjective. So his reading, a possessive adjective, can be placed only before a noun. So this is also a noun and it is an ing word. So this is a case of gerund. So you can find the different roles of gerund here. This reading, next. This reading is very boring. এই readingটা খুব boring. Now what is this? This is a demonstrative adjective. This boy, that boy, this girl, that girl, these, that, these, those, these are all demonstrative adjectives, you know. So this reading, an adjective can be placed only before a noun. So this reading here, this reading here, reading is a noun and it is also a gerund. Now, let us proceed. Sleeping room, walking stick, laughing gas. Gerund can also perform another role. Gerund can also function in other roles. Suppose sleeping room. It is a compound word. Sleeping room. And gerund can be a part of that compound word. Walking stick is a compound word. Walking is, not can be. Walking is the part of that compound word. Laughing gas. Laughing is the part of this compound word. Laughing gas. So sleeping, walking, laughing here, they are gerunds. But be very careful about these kind of words that is written next. Sleeping dog, singing birds, these are, here sleeping is not a gerund, here singing is not a gerund. Be it very carefully understood. What happens here? Here this is a compound word and the gerund is the part of that compound word. But what happens here? Here the dog is a noun and the word sleeping describes that noun. What is the dog doing? The dog is sleeping. So it is a participle, not a gerund. What are the birds doing? Birds are singing. Birds that are singing. So this is a participle describing the birds. This is a participle. But here you cannot split it like this. The room which is sleeping cannot, because room cannot sleep. You cannot say the stick which is walking. A stick cannot walk. You cannot say a gas which is laughing, because we all know that gas cannot laugh. A stick cannot walk. A room cannot sleep. So these are quite different from these. You have to be very careful about it. Now let us go to infinitive. Regarding infinitive, I told you in my last class, regarding infinitive, I told you that infinitive, the act of infinitive as a noun. The act of infinitive as a noun. Here I will tell you the role of infinitive not only as a noun but also as adjective, but also as adverb. Now let us proceed. He likes to play. To play, to plus base form of the verb. To play, to dance, to sing, to laugh, to go, to come, to eat, to play, to eat. All these are infinitives. To plus verb base form of the verb. So he likes is a verb. What does he like? He likes to play. So this is an object clearly. An object is a noun. So infinitive is used here as a noun. Again I am repeating the role of infinitive as a noun. I want to write. What do I want? I want to write. This is an object. And this is an infinitive. Infinitive used as an object. So it is an infinitive and it is used as a noun. Next, to dance is our hobby. To dance, what role does it play? The infinitive, what role of infinitive can you find here? To dance is the verb. So to dance is the subject of the verb, and the subject of the verb can only be a noun, and to dance is an infinitive here. So this is the subject of the verb and it is an infinitive. It is also showing the role of infinitive as a noun. To see is to believe. Very important. To see also is the subject of the verb. To see is to believe. There are two infinitives used here, as you can see. To see, to believe. To see, to believe. So to see is the subject. So this is an infinitive. As I have told you, subject of the verb, subject in the sentence, a noun. But what is to believe here? How it is used here? It is the complement of the verb. So it is also used as a noun. So all these four sentences are showing the role of infinitives as a noun. Now I am going to show you the role of infinitive as an adjective. I have no time to eat. Now to eat is an infinitive. So what function does it do here? To eat, I have no time. It is qualifying the word time. Time is a noun. So it is clearly an adjective. So here the infinitive is performing the role of an adjective. This is a game. Game is a noun, we all know. Game is a noun. This is a game. to watch. This is a game to do what? To watch. So to watch is an infinitive, and it is showing the quality of the game. It talks about something. It gives an extra information about the game. It describes the game. So this is clearly doing the role of an adjective. So infinitive can also perform the role of adjective here. As you can see, the place to visit. The place is the noun. The place to visit is Kolkata. Here, the place Kolkata is being described here. The place to visit. The place to visit. So, where should we visit? The place to visit. So, to visit is an infinitive. It is clearly describing the place Kolkata. So this is also an infinitive, and it is doing the role of an adjective. So you can see step by step I am showing you the non-finite verbs and their roles and their functions in a sentence. Now let us come to the other part. Infinitive used as an adverb. Infinitive can also be used as an adverb also. Her voice is sweet. Sweet is an adjective. Her voice is sweet to hear. Sweet to hear. Well, to hear is an infinitive. What role is it doing here? It is modifying the adjective sweet, or it is qualifying the adjective sweet here. So this is an adverb, and this is also an adverb, and it is also an infinitive. Infinitive as adverb here. Karan ran, verb. Why did Karan ran? To avoid being late. Why did Karan ran? Karan ran. If you ask the reason, why did Karan run? Karan ran to avoid being late. So the entire part of this sentence, it is modifying the verb ran, telling something about the what ran verb, because he ran. It is stating the reason. Why did he ran? Because he wanted to avoid being late. It is stating the reason. Adverb of reason. Role of adverb here. So this is to avoid also is an infinitive adverb. She reads. Why does she read? Why does she read here? To gain knowledge. Why does she read here? To gain knowledge. So this is also stating the reason behind her reading. Reason behind her reading. Because she reads, because to gain knowledge. To gain knowledge. So this is an infinitive. And as it is telling something about the verb, adds to the verb, so it is an adverb. So, non-finite verbs, regarding non-finite verbs, I told you about gerunds in details, about infinitives in all aspects, and now the final one is left, and that is none but the participle. In my earlier class, watch it very carefully. In my earlier class, what did I tell you? I told you only about the role of participle as an adjective, and I told you only the one type of participle, that is present participle. But participle has also other types also too. Participle is not all about present participle. There are mainly three types. There are actually three types of participle. What are they? Present participle, past participle, and perfect participle. I talked about only present participle in my last class. So present participle is a verb plus ing word, work doing the role of adjective, performing the role of adjective. Past participle also the verb's third form of the verb. That is past participle. We all know: go, went, gone, do, did, done. See, saw, seen. Seen is the past participle. And perfect participle. What about perfect participle? Perfect participle is the participle in perfect tense. This can be very confusing. Participle in perfect tense is called perfect participle. Now, these are of two forms. Perfect participle in active form and perfect participle in passive form. Now, perfect participle in active form is formed by using having plus V3 past participle, having plus past participle, and the perfect participle in passive form can be created by having been plus V3 form or the past participle form, third form. So active participle is created by having plus V3 form, third form of the verb, and the passive form of perfect participle is created by having been plus V3 form or the third form of the verb. Present participle refers to incomplete action. Past participle refers to completed action. That the action that has already been completed. In this case, the action that is still continuing. It is not completed yet. It is still continuing. Here, perfect participle, the participle in perfect tense, that is, it also refers to the completed action. The action that has been completed. Now let us take some examples for your understanding. Present participle. First of all, present participle, verb plus ing, doing the work of adjective. All participles actually do the work of adjective and nothing else. So present participle is also no exception to it. It refers to incomplete action. Suppose the burning candle was extinguished. জ্বলন্ত মোমবাতিটা নিভিয়ে দেওয়া হলো. So a candle was burning and someone went there and he extinguished it. But at that time, the moment it was extinguished, it was still burning. The action of burning was still continuing. It was not completed. So that is why present participle is used here, because of incomplete action. I saw a candle burning whole night. So the act of burning was continuing, and in that position I saw the candle, the burning candle. So the candle is not burnt yet. It was burning. Incomplete action. I saw him breaking the glass. A boy or a girl was breaking the glass. Suddenly I saw him or her. And what kind of activity was he engaged at, or he engaged at? He was breaking the glass. He was in the process of breaking the glass. And just at that moment, I saw him. But the action of breaking was not completed yet. That is why present participle is used in complete action. Again, I like the dancing doll. A doll was dancing. I like very much the doll, and it was dancing, and the act of dancing was continuing also. So you can very well understood it about the present participle working the role of adjective here. And in each cases there is a noun after it. There is a noun after it or before it, and it qualifies or describes that noun or give some extra information about that noun. Dancing doll, breaking, I saw him breaking the glass. So here it qualifies him. Here it qualifies the candle, the burning candle. Okay. Past participle, as I told you, it refers to the completed action, third form of the verb. Past participle is the third form of the verb. It refers to the completed action. Let us take examples. The broken glasses were repaired. Here the glasses that has already been broken. That means the act of breaking is already finalized or completed. The glasses have already been broken, and that very glasses were repaired. So completed action. There was a burnt paper on the table. There was a burnt paper on the table. So I entered into the room and I saw a paper that was already burnt. Somebody burnt it, and I saw it lying on the table. So the action of burning is fully completed. That is why past participle. A tired person easily falls asleep. A tired person, easily falls asleep, because it is a third person singular number. A tired person easily falls asleep. A person who is already tired, past participle. So he has already got tired. That is why he fell asleep. So this type of completed action is being referred to by the past participle, which can be created or formed by the third form of the verbs. Now let us come to the last part of participle, that is the perfect participle, participle in perfect tense. It has two forms, active and passive. Perfect participle in active form can be created by having plus V3, past participle, and in case of passive form, having been plus V3. Let us take examples. Having taken breakfast, he left for office. This is the example of perfect participle in active form. That means he, the person, he already took his breakfast. He took his breakfast, and that very person left for office. The act of taking breakfast was done before, was completed first, and thereafter he left for office. Completed action. And this is in active form. Again, having finished my homework, I went to play. This is also in active form. The speaker is I here. He finished his homework. He finished his homework first. The act of finishing homework was done first, and then he went to play. So this is also the perfect participle in active form. Now let us come to the perfect participle in passive form. Having been defeated, it is created by having been plus V3 form. That is why having been defeated, he fled away. Here the speaker, here the subject is he. Subject is he. So having been defeated, he was defeated not by him. So this is different from this. This is different from that. Here he was not defeated by him. He was defeated by his enemy, by someone else. Having been defeated by his enemy, he fled away. Passive form. Completed. His completion of his there is a completion of his defeat first, of the activity of defeat, and thereafter he fled away. Then, having been deserted by all, he was alone. Passive form as. So he was deserted. First of all, he was deserted by all his friends. All friends deserted him. Thereafter, after this action was completed, thereafter he was left alone. So this is also a perfect participle in passive form. Having been beaten up, he began to cry. So the question of beaten up by someone else was done first. The activity of being beaten up by someone else was done first, was completed first. Thereafter, he began to cry. So this is also an example of completed action. Just as in past participle also, you have noticed completed action, and thereafter another action was done. And this is also an example of completed action. So these are the various types of participle. These are the before that I described to you about gerunds and also about different roles of infinitives. So all the three non-finite verbs have been discussed fully. Hope you have understood it clearly. If you have any doubts or queries, you can message me. You can call me. Better you should message me. And in our next class, I will take another video on different topic of grammar. Thank you very much.